Hi and welcome back to video number 3 on the unhelpful thinking styles that I said I was going to post over in my platform, which is what I'm doing. So this next one is about a mental filter. When I talk about a mental filter, I don't know why, but I think of a coffee percolator bag, just filtering out certain things. And what we do when we're doing this is that we only pay attention to certain types of evidence, filtering out the positives and only noticing the negatives. I can remember I did teacher training many moons ago. I can't even remember how long ago it was, probably 30 years ago, maybe 28 years ago, I don't know. But one of the things that we learnt about was a feedback sandwich, where you kind of do a positive, you slip in a bit of a negative in the middle and then a positive at the end, so that feedback wasn't seen as negative feedback, that they went away ending on a positive. It started on a positive and it ended on a positive. I'm not actually sure whether that works, because the majority of us will hit the middle bit of that sandwich, the bit where somebody says something that isn't 100% positive throughout. It's kind of like, I don't know, if somebody made a comment on your outfit on the night, that, you know, oh, I prefer you in red rather than blue, I think you suit red a lot better. That's an okay thing for them to say, but I would imagine, maybe this is just me, I do talk generally when actually it's probably just me that thinks that it's like a backhanded compliment, and what they're actually saying is that I look really bad in blue. That's not the reality. That's my perception of what they're saying. People are entitled to their own opinions, and it's none of my business what that opinion is. So this is about, you know, learning to take from every situation a positive. You know, if we're going to filter anything out, let's try and focus on filtering out the negative stuff. 9 times out of 10, negativity from another person is got more to do with them than you. It's about their state of mind, where they are in that moment. I talk an awful lot with clients about connection and communication. Whatever connection we're making with another human being, whether that's our children or a partner or a work colleague, we're only 50% responsible for how that manifests and how it works out. The other person is 50% responsible for it as well. The other thing to bear in mind is that we all bring our own baggage into every interaction that we have. If my state of mind isn't in a good place and I'm talking to somebody or having a conversation with them, I'm not going to be a positive person in that conversation. The other person might perceive my negativity or my low self-esteem, whatever it is, as something to do with them, when the reality is it's not. It's got everything to do with me and where my state of mind is. So just be mindful of your filters. Do you filter out the positives that are just left with the negatives? What's your internal dialogue saying to you? You know, what's your thinking around this? This is all based on unhelpful thinking styles. And it's really important for us to, you know, start to become more aware of our thoughts and our thinking. And we have a choice whether we focus on the negative ones or whether we focus on the positive ones. Thoughts are transient. They're like buses. Literally every second of every moment they're passing through our brain. We can choose to latch onto one of the positive ones, or we can choose to latch onto a negative one. Whichever one we latch onto and bring to life, that's going to affect our feelings and thoughts in that moment. And the more we focus on it, the more it's going to stick around. So if you do find that you're thinking a lot of negative thoughts, just step back from it. Observe your thinking. If we can observe our thoughts rather than buying into them all the time, they're less likely to stick around. You know, think of them like clouds floating by in the sky. We can look at them, we can explore them, we can see what colour they are, we can make shapes out of them, we can do all sorts of things with them, but they're constantly moving and evolving and shifting, and that's exactly what our thoughts do. I think I read somewhere on Google that we have over 60,000 thoughts a day. That's mind-blowing. You know, and there's probably 4 or 5 that we attach meaning to and hang on to for longer than we need to. All the rest just come and go. I often use the example of chocolate ice cream. It just comes and goes. If I think, oh my God, that was terrible, I made a really big mistake then I start to bring it to life and build a story around it. And I might even tell other people that story, which brings it even more to life, and people buy into that story, and then it becomes a thing, and it just gets worse and worse. So again, be mindful of where our train of thought is. Just be aware of your thoughts. Observe your thoughts as they come and go. Mindfulness, meditation, relaxation, all those things are a nice way for you to start to just observe your thinking. I always thought I was no good. Well, I'm not any good at meditation because my mind works at 100 miles an hour all the time. And I used to think that meditation and mindfulness meant that you couldn't have any thoughts. You had to empty your mind. That's impossible. Literally, if I sat down now to do a mindfulness exercise or a meditation exercise, I'd be thinking, oh, my back's hurting a bit. God, I'm hungry. I might need to have a wee. Literally, the thoughts would just come thick and fast. That's how we're meant to be. What we can do to stop the mental filter and to help ourselves live a more positive, productive life is to just let them go, whatever the thought is, because our thoughts are not real until we bring them to life. They're not reality. It's just a thought. It's a poof. There's no substance to it at all. I hope that helps. I hope you're starting to get the gist of all of these, because there is a kind of similar theme that runs throughout all these videos, that we can do something about it, to just observe your thoughts, to be mindful of where your state of mind is, and challenge them, take them to court, see what's real and what's not. I hope that helps, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.